record. And it's recording. Okay.
All right.
Welcome, everybody, to the first inaugural episode of the Two Druggists podcast. I'm Dr. Matt. I'm here with my sidekick, co-host, and buddy, Dr. Ben. And we are here to review the top 200, have some humorous stories, and enlighten pharmacy students to the way of true pharmacy. Right, Ben?
Yes. Hello, fans. I'm Ben. We're here to, like Matt said, we're here to go down the run. Today, I think we're talking about ACE inhibitors. And
we are indeed.
Aside from that, we're just going to cover what we know.
Exactly.
Hopefully it doesn't bore anybody, and hopefully it gets some points across, right?
Exactly, because I know I hated the top 200 class. It was like PTSD.
It was one of those things you couldn't even like tune into at all during class, and then you just it'd be like 15 minutes before the test where you just kind of go down the notes and try to retain what you can. But this is supposed to be more enjoyable, what we're doing.
Exactly.
Right?
A little bit of real world-ism interspersed through the boring. I know that we're not going to cover spelling, for the love of God. You're on your own for spelling.
I think we're graded on that, right?
The dean threatened to fail me
because you misspelled some.
Oh, I'm terrible speller. He talked with me about it. It was great.
They're in the system, though. They're in the software. So, if you know what it starts with, you can basically look them up.
In 1985, if you had to type it out, you could kill someone if you misspelled lisinopril.
If you had an O in place of whatever I, then you're fucked. Yeah,
exactly. Didn't matter that the doctor looks like some sort of Jawa with a stick wrote it. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Right. You, the pharmacist, must be perfect.
Exactly. It's a perfectionist thing.
It is. There's a lot of OCD in our profession. And the ACE inhibitors are kind of a good one to start on because everybody's freaking out about the ACE2 COVID thing.
What's that again?
The ACE2 enzyme glycoprotein is the one that
is that the lung damage thing?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. See, I kind of stopped reading about that stuff. Like, it's just freaking me out now, and I can't keep up with what's real and what's not. So,
Yeah.
I trust what you're saying, though. I've seen, obviously it hurts the lungs.
Well, I had at least one call with a person saying they should stop their ACE inhibitor because of that.
Okay, so that's ringing a bell now. So they can kind of worsen whatever's going on if it's a COVID person, or is it the opposite?
Well, that's the problem. The only thing we know is it binds to the ACE receptor to get into the cell. We don't know if the drugs make it worse, make it better. We don't know if your kidneys explode if you get COVID and have an ACE inhibitor on board. Who knows?
Gotcha.
It was just a theory that it was bad for you.
Okay.
But as Dr. Keith, our friend in Florida, said, I think you would rather have COVID and not die of heart failure. And take your ACE.
And you did say he lives in a mansion now, so he's probably correct.
Man, he's got a cabana, a swimming pool.
What are we doing? This is the goal of this podcast, right?
That's right. To get the cabana, the swimming pool, the mansion.
So fans, if you're listening to this, eventually there'll be PayPal or whatever. You can send us support to druggists, right?
That's right. Send money. Don't send drugs, please. No drugs.
We don't want those.
No. Gold bullion. Silver coins. Bitcoin even. I'll take Bitcoin. Not that I would know what the hell to do with it.
Cryptocurrency is still relevant, I think, isn't it?
What the hell's a cryptocurrency?
That's Bitcoin, man.
Oh,
that's it's like cyber currency. It's like, credits online, but you can, I guess, invest it elsewhere. It turns into real money. I don't know anything about it. Maybe we should get into the drugs, man.
We should. Let's see. So today is the ACE inhibitor. So the prototype for the class is technically captopril, which
was that that was the first one?
That was the first one, 1979.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think anybody uses captopril at all.
Yeah. If I'm thinking about it, I don't see it very often. It's usually like the lisinoprils.
Yep.
That's definitely the most common
one, I guess. It was captopril, and then enalapril was the next one in like 1982, 83.
Okay.
I'm ballparking the years from a little bit of research. I flogged my pharmacy student and made him go find the historic record.
Okay. Well, I
And
didn't know Captopro was the first one. I didn't know it was a
it
prototype
was.
guy.
It is.
Gotcha. Okay.
But lisinopril, I guess, was third or fourth, and it really took off because that's our prototype. It goes
Okay.
by brand names of Prinville, Zestril, Cubicil if you need the suspension. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Wait, is this lisinopril?
Yeah.
Oh, Cubrellis. I never heard of it either until I looked it up the other day. Yeah, it looks like it's a commercial available solution. Yeah.
$500 a bottle, I guarantee.
Exactly. Go with the tablets.
That's right.
We can crush them up for you. But
Go ahead.
But that's lisinopril, right? So that's
Yes.
Zestril, Prinavil, and that thing.
Yep.
Captopril is Capitan.
Yes, Capitan. Right?
Yep. We'll have flashcards for you guys later.
Yeah. See, that's something we could put behind the wall on Patreon.
Yeah.
Is the study aids.
Study material.
That's right. Written by guys that managed to pass it. Barely. Yeah. Well, yeah. I barely passed top 200. You probably aced it.
We made it through, man. We made it through together.
Hey, C's get Farm D's, bro.
So there's some other ones, right? There's Benazepril.
Yep.
What else is there?
Oh man, there's a bunch. There's I think 12 ACE inhibitors.
I can't name all 12 of them.
Oh no, I can't either. But I have a handy chart. There's Benazepril, Captopril, Enalapril.
Okay. Yes.
One of my favorites, Fosinapril.
That's a commonly forgotten one, I feel.
Yes, it is. Morexapril, never heard of it.
Uh-huh.
Prinopril, never heard of that one. Don't ever see it. Quinapril, I like Ramipril. Ramipril I think is underutilized.
Yeah, it's a good kidney one, I think. You see a lot of diabetics on that one, I want to say.
Yeah, I think it's also flagged for heart failure.
Yeah, the Altase, right?
Yeah.
We got to get these farm students up on the brand generic, man.
That's right. My pharmacy students really struggle with brand generic.
We need to get these flashcards going.
We do.
All the listeners, we can run down the brand generics whenever you guys want to hear about them. Just email us in. So
here's a trivia question for you, Ben. What does snake venom and blood pressure have in common?
What's that? I have no idea.
So if you get bitten by a venomous snake, the venom is essentially chemical soup, right? You know, neurotoxins, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
That is where they first isolated the compounds that became the ACE inhibitors.
Oh, interesting.
So venomous snakes have a bradykinin type compound that breaks down or inhibits ACE and causes a drop in blood pressure in the victim.
Right.
That's why people die.
So the bradykinins cause the vasodilation.
Yep.
So that's part of the way ACE inhibitors work.
Exactly.
And so I guess we went over the top three would be like your enalapril, lisinopril. Yep. I don't know, what's Ramipril you said.
Yeah. I mean, 99% of people are on lisinopril.
Yeah, it's a fast-moving drug, as they say in the industry.
It is. Although my favorite ACE inhibitor, the one that just makes me crazy, is enalapril, because even the cardiologists write it once a day, and it makes me crazy. Because it should be dosed
twice a day.
Twice a day.
Okay, it's shorter acting.
It is actually. If you look at the half-life, it's only about 6 hours.
Okay.
So you figure you've got maybe 12 hours worth of blood pressure coverage.
Right.
You dose it once a day.
It's the only injectable ACE too.
Now that is true. Yeah, they'll give you that in the EED when you're having a stroke, maybe.
They'll shoot you up with the enalaprilat.
Ah, that's right.
So So in case we're confusing any of you first years,
That's right.
the only thing you probably need to remember at this point is if it ends in pril, like hyphen pril, it's most likely an ACE. I can't think of anything that ends in pril that is not an ACE inhibitor.
Nothing that I can think of.
So
yeah, you got to remember the brand name, the generic, ends in pril.
right.
The other one, most common side effect.
Other than your dizziness and low blood pressure, I'd say a dry cough.
Dry cough.
Yeah, man.
I actually had one little old lady have that problem.
Dry cough?
Dry cough. It was classic out of the textbook, give you kind of the shivers. She came in, she showed me her med list. I said, "What's your newest med?" She pointed to lisinopril. I said, "Well, how long you been taking it?" "A month, and I've had this cough and it won't go away." I said, "That's your problem."
You ever seen a guy with angioedema?
Thank God, no.
Dude, one time in the emergency room, I did see a guy, and it's literally like your face looks like a balloon.
Oh, man.
And it's, believe it or not, it's most common in Black patients. So that's one of the higher risk areas.
Interesting.
That are at risk for that sort of thing. That and them not working effectively, right? Is that part of it?
Well, yeah, no, because African Americans are they tend to respond better to the diuretics.
Yeah, those and I think calcium channel blockers.
Yep, Bidil, man.
Yeah, man. So there's certain populations that are resistant to the ACEs. They are wonderful drugs.
They are. You definitely don't want to give anybody an ACE that's allergic to it.
No, just like any drug, if you're allergic to it, why would you take it?
Oh, well, that's a whole other. We could do a whole show on allergies and stupid people.
Yeah, yeah. I'm allergic to the green ones, the blue ones,
but not the red ones.
We know those packages that do not take advantage of any ingredients of lisinopril.
Yeah, someone in the background's telling me like those commercials that you see. It's like, do not take if you're allergic to the active ingredients within.
Exactly.
Botulinum toxin or whatever.
Hey man, Botox works great for the wrinkles. I figured.
Have you had any injections?
No, because I can't afford them on a pharmacist's salary.
If you could, would you?
Paralytic toxin. I'm gonna go with no.
Yeah, same here. They inject it like in the bladders and stuff now. They use it for everything.
Well, the big one that really puzzled me was the migraines.
Yeah, like where is that given? Is it injected into the face?
Yeah, they inject it like right above the eyebrows.
That's another thing we got to cover is migraine drugs. That'd be a good one.
Oh, they give me a headache. That was terrible.
Did you hear that one, fans?
Actually, my favorite thing that I still haven't made sense of with headaches, total tangent, is rebound headaches with butalbital or Fiorset.
Oh, they can work. It can cause rebound headaches.
It can worsen. Yeah, if you use it long enough, it will worsen your headaches.
Well, I guess if you build up a tolerance to them or something, right?
Well, it's not that. I thought that too. Johns Hopkins Headache Center will not prescribe butalbital for any migraineurs.
Gotcha.
Because of that.
Any form of it.
Any form. No butalbital whatsoever. And I would think butalbital would be great for headaches because, it's a painkiller.
So you're not actually on too much of a tangent because as I was looking up this stuff, where the hell is it? This fucking shit. Somewhere in here that there is an off-label thing for ACEs, lisinopril for migraine headaches, like as a preventative. Same idea as like beta blockers and stuff like that, just to open up the blood vessels, reduce the blood pressure, whatever, around the head.
I could see it because you got the vasodilative effect.
Yeah, but I do want to key in that there's not much promise behind it.
No.
Speaking of that, we should have had a medical disclaimer before all these listeners.
Oh, for the love of God, yes.
Yeah.
Don't listen to us for medical advice. Go to your doctor.
Fans, whatever we tell you, it's for the podcast. Some of it, a lot of it is true, but we're also joking. So
yeah,
we're here to inform you, but some of the stuff we're saying.
We're here to educate and entertain.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
I totally stole that from another YouTuber, by the way.
You're not supposed to say that.
Oh, I will, because he'll never listen to the podcast. The guy's a machinist.
All right.
All
is
right.
there any drug interactions with the ACEs that you know of, Matt?
Well, the hormones, estradiol.
Well, yeah, they cause you to swell up. That's
Yeah,
kinda,
angioedema. That's bizarre. Let's see. Azothioprine. You can have anemia and leukemia.
that's like a rare one.
Leukopenia, yeah. Moderately, decongestants can moderately raise the blood pressure, so that's a counteractive effect.
Yeah.
Let's see. I should have looked at your outline better to look for the drug interactions.
So like, there's a lot of stuff, I guess, that will bump up your potassium levels, right?
Oh yeah, hyperkalemia is a big problem that I have never seen with this drug.
Okay. So it's you're saying it's not as or really reported as the literature says it is.
Oh, I'm just saying it's possible. I've just never seen it.
You never. I guess in the retail world we don't see it as much,
No.
maybe.
But that's probably because we don't get lab data.
Yeah, that'd be a cool thing to have, I guess.
It would be. CRISP, man. CRISP is supposed to give us all that.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you're wondering, CRISP is the our state's prescription drug monitoring database.
Yeah.
I like hyponatremia. I could kind of see that, particularly if you have bad kidneys.
Yeah, it's something to monitor. Goes along with the not as severe as the potassium thing, but something to look at, right? If you have a electrolyte panel.
Yeah, if you have it. Pregnancy and breastfeeding. This is a black box warning. Don't do that. Fetal harm in the second and third trimester.
Yeah. So if you get pregnant, DC the ACE is what you're saying?
Definitely.
Okay.
Or if you're trying, DC the ACE.
Right.
Yeah. It may accumulate in breast milk. I've never quite understood the whole drugs accumulating in breast milk thing.
I want to say it's something that nobody even really knows, but
actually, I know one pharmacist that wrote a book about breastfeeding and drug interactions.
Is it that guy that came to us at school to present something? Older guy?
He's the guy that led the Haiti trip.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. He's the same guy that talked me into applying to FDA. Nice guy.
Yeah, he was a cool guy. I forget his name.
Frank is his name.
He was into breast milk.
He definitely was. He was an expert on drug metabolism in breast milk. How you pick that specialty?
He must have had a thing for it. I would have guessed.
Yeah. I'm not really going to want to speculate too much more. This is an R-rated podcast, not an X.
I remember his name now, but I'm not going to say it.
Actually, he sat on a committee with me with the Pharmacy Association. We still keep in touch. I talked to him like 2 months ago.
He was a really nice guy.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, he's and informative. It's just such a weird niche to talk about and write books about. But I guess it's helpful to people.
Well, back in the 70s when he got into it, nobody was doing it.
Yeah, I mean, he found his groove or something. Yeah,
but it's not like he has the definitive textbook though. Somebody usurped him on that.
Yeah.
But his book is, I think, in its third edition. And if I find it online, I'll link it on our YouTube channel, Two Druggists Podcast.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool to get him in there.
Let's see. What azothioprines? Oh, we have some clinical pearls.
Yes, those are always important.
Monitor your potassium or suggest you get a BMP when you're started on the drug. Nephrotoxicity, that's one thing that we worry about a lot. Probably too much is the kidneys. I stay up at night thinking about kidneys and drug interactions.
Me too.
I know. That's why we're doing this podcast.
I'm thinking about them right now.
But do you remember the liver?
The liver's a whole nother thing. We'll get to that down the road.
Yeah, we will. In all seriousness, though, you can have some nephrotoxic combinations, and lisinopril could cause more harm. Those would be your thiazide diuretics, your tacrolimus, NSAIDs. Bactrim can increase potassium, and trimethoprim has a potassium-sparing effect. I wonder how much of an effect.
Yeah, I saw that. I was worried about it because that'd be something that I see in the retail software and just override without thinking about it. You know what I mean?
There's a ton in the retail software that could be overridden without thinking about it. Like I knew that. What was that?
Did I say? I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought I heard something in the background.
I did too, and it was weird.
That was weird. Like I know this resident. She was an interesting resident. She overrode a lot of stuff and focused in on stuff that wasn't necessarily germane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, some of the stuff that you wouldn't really pay any mind to was like
statins and Lopid.
Yeah, it was a big holdup.
Mm-hmm. I think she actually called the doctor. It was humorous.
Mm-hmm.
So what haven't we covered about the ACEs? Some of them are better than others in heart failure.
We probably didn't cover a lot of it. Let's see here.
But this is a first run. We can bullshit all we want.
Yeah, don't worry, fans. Like eventually we'll be getting you up to speed with all of this stuff.
We'll come up with some study aids.
Yeah. What else are we missing here?
Speaking of good sources and bad sources, because you a good source. My pharmacy student, or one of them, cited drugs.com.
Okay. Well, that's a good one, like for the public, if you're not a professional, you just want general information. But as you said, students should know a little bit better than that.
Yeah.
The school gives them, you get free subscriptions from the school.
To everything.
Yeah. They give you Lexicomp.
Clinical.
Do you give us Clin Pharm?
They gave us Lexicomp. They gave us Micromedics.
Okay.
I don't think we had Clinical Pharm. If we did, I didn't use it.
I can't remember. I do want to say we had Lexicomp and Micromedics, which were good. They had some good stuff in there.
I thought Lexicomp was easier to read than Micromedics.
Yeah, it was easier to sift through or kind of just pinpoint what you wanted to see, and it was good at sifting through for what you need.
Clinical pharmacology is more like reading the old school book.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more reading and skimming you gotta do to get where you need to be.
You know what I really want up to date.
I forgot about up to date.
We didn't have it at school, but I really would like it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
I could waste a lot of time reading up to date, researching.
It breaks down a lot of oddball disease state stuff too, which is cool.
Let's see, what else do we have? Talked about the snake venom and the blood pressure.
Yeah. So it's the bradykinins, right? That cause the cough.
Yes, the bradykinins definitely cause the cough.
And I think just to kind of segue into the next podcast, we'll probably go over ARBs next. I want to say.
I think we should.
That one doesn't have that issue with the cough. So
no, it doesn't.
It's a good one to change that little old lady to.
That's right.
Earlier.
It's a good therapeutic interchange, and thankfully the prices have come down. Although we do have the whole carcinogen issue.
Yeah, certain ones are not around any longer because of that. They're not around, but not on the market to order in.
That's really a manufacturing issue.
Right.
It's interesting. This doesn't give me a timer. I have no idea what we are time-wise.
I have no clue.
We'll just keep talking. Whenever we're done, we're done.
So we could go beyond 30 minutes easily.
Oh, yeah. I have heard of at least one podcast that's 4.5 hours, and he has like 1 million listeners.
We could go 2 hours if you wanted to. We could just keep going and going.
We could.
We could break out the textbooks.
We could. We could do some pharmacokinetics.
Yeah.
Zero order, right?
Dude, I don't want to open up that can of worms right now.
No. Put it back.
I don't know any of that stuff, dude.
What do you mean? You're a compounder. You should have that like right off the tip of your.
Oh, pharmacokinetics? Yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
You discuss that with all the providers that call in compounds.
I'll just jot everything down on the whiteboard right now and let you see it.
I'm sure. I would be hard pressed to remember certain equations at this point.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
It is. Keeping it all in your head. That's why when you get the PharmD, you get the references right with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you earned them at that point, I guess.
Mm-hmm. You've retained enough walking around knowledge to earn the reference books.
Speaking of the Naplex, I'm trying to think of like some good things to know about ACEs that would be on the Naplex. Other than knowing the difference between branch and generic, because you know they mix the names in between it.
They do.
Questions. The heart failure stuff, but I can't rattle that shit off anymore.
No, I can't either. And I would actually have to go look at which studies or check the charts, because there is a scary looking chart in clinical pharmacology that breaks down who's better for heart failure, class at 1, 2, 3. How could we forget? ACEs are great for renal protection in diabetics.
Oh, of course. Yeah, we knew that.
Yeah, we did.
All the listeners knew that too.
Everybody.
It's a key point to zero in on.
That's right.
And it's true.
And if you don't remember it, take a Sharpie and write it on your arm.
Yeah, remember that stuff.
Yeah, just don't do it on test week.
Yeah, dang, no.
Hey, what are you drinking?
This is Pacifico.
Oh.
It's an import from Mexico, it says.
Oh.
So it tastes like it's a little bit better Corona. It's not that good, but it still serves its purpose.
Okay. Maybe each podcast we should have a beer of the podcast.
Oh, we should.
Definitely.
We should get some local stuff,
Yeah, except that jackass brewery in Rehoboth.
Which one's there?
Oh, that's the one that has the cartilaginous fish as its logo, and the guy said he started from nothing. But
Dogfish?
Yeah, but it turns out that guy actually had backing by one of the biggest TV moguls in the area.
Oh, are you serious?
I am dead serious. I loved his beer till I found out his making it story was bullshit.
You know how annoying that is? Because forever, like, I loved that place because I was like, oh my God, they're so indie. They're so cutting edge.
Yes, no, total bullshit.
Dude, that's fucking ridiculous. I never knew that.
Yeah.
They're owned by like Sam Adams now or something, right?
No, I thought did he partner with Sam Adams?
He sold out to like Sam Adams, I want to say. Like it's a co-ownership or something like that. So I never knew he was a sellout from the beginning.
Oh yeah, no. He married and
this guy.
You can look all this up. He married the guy's daughter that runs our local TV station, the big one.
Okay. I never knew this shit.
Oh yeah, I found this out and was like, I totally had read his book and was like totally into the beer thing and thought this guy was like hit a home run. And then I realized his father-in-law backed him with big money.
No shit.
Shit.
We went to the brewery a couple years ago and did the tour and all that stuff. And they make him out to be like, started from nothing and now he's, distributing nationwide. I like their beer. I'm still going to probably drink them and buy them, but I didn't know the whole backstory was like that.
Oh yeah, no. The whole backstory, if you do a little digging, it totally comes apart. And it was all marketing wanketeering at that point.
Damn.
And it's funny because I guess 1998, 99, he had a beer called Lawnmower Light. This stuff was amazing, and he made it for like 3 years, and then it was gone.
Okay. It just vanished? Like, what was the issue?
He stopped making it. He stopped bottling it. He got into this whole he got really off-centered and was making, like the Godiva Pilsner Run number 4. I mean,
okay,
just weird beers.
They have weird stuff.
Yeah, he and it was great because it was a good beer. You could drink it all summer, and it was just an average. It was like an 8.5 out of 10.
Well, you've ruined that brewery for me. Thanks a lot.
Sorry, man. I'm educated.
You told me the truth. I do appreciate that, I guess.
It's one thing if, you made a good product and, you accept your backing, but don't come off as a guy that, started in his kitchen and scraped together only his money. No, he didn't do that. Now,
Interesting.
in all fairness and reality, that's how business works. You get a backer.
Yeah. For most successful businesses,
But my biggest issue was his marketing campaign was I started out as a humble guy, and that was it. And that just didn't resonate. That and his beers got really weird.
They have like a lobster one. You ever heard of that one? It's like
No.
it's like lobster and chocolate flavored. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's weird. They make weird stuff.
Yeah.
Same people.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it's funny because there was a little brewing store in Millsboro, Delaware, and I'd stopped there on my way home at my previous job. And the guy knew the owner of Dogfish Head, and he was actually making beer kits from his recipes. So if you wanted to brew Raison d'Etre, you could brew that kit yourself at home. But here's the thing: it was like a $95 kit.
Oh
yeah. They were premium kits.
Yeah.
And I think the only thing premium about them were the label on the box. But
were you into the craft beer stuff?
I was
a while ago.
Yeah. I stopped drinking for alcohol or beer and drug interaction.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I gave away all my brewing stuff. I was a pretty big home brewer.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you had experience doing that either.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Actually, the last one that I brewed was 2008.
Okay. See, there's a lot, like my friends are doing it like right now. So this has been going on for a long time.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple of great books. I think I still have one. If I do, I'll bring it to work. I gave all my brewing equipment to a buddy of mine that wanted to do it, and I haven't heard a peep out of him. But if you do decide to brew, Russian porter.
Okay.
It's like 10% alcohol.
Why that? Is it a good beer to brew, or is it easier, or what?
It's a hard beer to brew. It is take Guinness, make it a little more bitter, a little creamier and heavier, and that's a Russian porter.
Okay. So it's heavier, boozier stout, more or less.
It's a stout that kind of hits you like a baseball bat.
Gotcha.
It's almost actually like a Belgian stout.
Okay.
Yeah. Now all the beer stuff is percolating, which, by the way, you don't want to drink if you're on an ACE inhibitor.
Yeah, it's true. Like diuretics, side effect alcohol.
Yep.
Bad on the kidneys.
Yeah, bad on the kidneys.
And it's confusing, right? Because ACE inhibitors, they're in some diabetic patients, they're supposed to protect the kidneys, but they can cause kidney damage too. It's a
fine line.
It's a paradoxical thing. Yeah, something to monitor.
It is. Yeah. We could talk about beer for a while, actually, thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't know much about home brewing at all. I drink a lot of local beer and enjoy it.
That's good. I will live vicariously through you. That's the one thing that really sucks when you really figure out that a drug you're taking and the beer you like don't mix. Oh, it's heartbreaking.
Right. I'm fortunate enough to not ever have to cross that bridge yet.
Well, you're like 20 years younger. That's good.
Yeah.
Diet, exercise, and hope you have good genes. That's the key.
Low salt diets,
I think, are bullshit. I have a theory about that, actually, and this is totally not medical advice, and I'm taking off my pharmacist hat as I say this so that I cannot be sued.
We gave him the disclaimer.
Yeah. Low salt diets, I think, can do more harm than good in certain people. We need a certain amount of salt, and I think they've pushed it to the point where it's not enough.
So you think they're cutting it back too much?
Too much. Just like they're pushing A1Cs down further to diagnose diabetes, just like they're pushing the blood pressures down.
Right. Too aggressive.
Too aggressive.
Gotcha.
That's
you need a little bit of everything.
Opinion. You do. Now, I'm not saying dump an entire salt shaker on your meal. I mean, let's, reasonable.
Clearly, yes. Yeah. Yes, I see what you're saying.
Now, if you're one of the people that go to, McDonald's and then Arby's and then Wawa for dinner, that's too much salt.
I know some people that hit up all those places for lunch.
I could think of one person.
Yeah, I could think of like a dozen.
I could too. Speaking of which, have you noticed in workplace environments, there's two groups of people. They're the people that bring their lunch and they're the people that order out.
Yeah, there's a mix of those two.
And I bet if some epidemiologist that's not having a romantic affair with COVID right now would do a study, they would find that the people that eat out more have more health problems.
Yeah, I think in general, even for generally healthy people, like if you eat out more, you're going to put on the pounds more.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the guy that came in to get a flu shot? And I mean, this guy was huge. He was about 6 foot tall and about 280.
Okay. So what? Okay, so that's not sound to me like a morbidly obese guy, just like a big guy.
He was shaped like an apple.
Okay.
No, turnip. He really had the pronounced visceral skin.
I was imagining like a brick wall of a man type of thing. So
No. Fat bastard from Austin Powers.
With a vagina neck.
So that those sort of proportions. And the guy comes in and he says, "Oh, my doctor sent me for my flu shot." Okay, great. We'll get your flu shot.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at his legs and they're like purple. They've got the not the vitrification, but the modeling of peripheral artery disease right there.
Right.
And I said, "How you doing?" He goes, "Well, my diabetes isn't under control." I said, "Okay." He said, "The insulin ain't working." Oh, how's that? He goes, "Well, the doc keeps upping it." I said, "Okay, well, what are you eating?" He goes, "I eat a regular diet, man, like oyster sandwiches, fried chicken." This guy's from a rural area.
Oh yeah, he's set in his ways.
He is.
Was he the level of fat that even if you inject him with like an 1.5 inch length needle, like the serum's still like not, it's like spilling out of the side of the arm? Have you ever had that happen?
I have not.
You inject someone with the vaccine, and they don't get it because the needle is not long enough. I've had that happen to me all the time. You inject it and you just see the serum because they're so you can't get it in them.
No, he definitely had the central adiposity, and I said, "Oh well, diet's important." As I'm getting the shot ready, he says, "Yeah, but I can't quit the Coke." I'm like, "Cocaine?" He goes,
"Oh no,
he means the cola."
How annoyed was he that you were trying to like correct him on his diet at this point in his life?
He was genuinely kind of concerned that he was going to drop dead.
Yeah, a lot of people get to that point too.
But here's the thing that gets me. He said he couldn't quit the Coke, right? I said regular Coke. He goes, "Yeah." Take a guess how many the guy was drinking a day.
18 pack.
No, he was drinking 9 12-ounce cans a day.
All right, so I was in the right. What's the math term? 9 by 18.
Ballpark.
Yeah.
You're in the right ballpark. And I said to the guy, I said, "Well, why don't you switch to Coke Zero?"
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, what else are you going to tell a guy like that?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta.
There wasn't enough Levemir.
Yeah, you gotta find your way in to try to communicate with these guys.
Oh yeah. But it
well.
was one of those things that just, you're going to see weird things in pharmacy and you're just going to shake your head.
I bet that guy was on an ACE inhibitor.
He was on a raft of stuff.
Yeah.
He was on an ACE. He was on the cholesterol medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was probably on the fibrates.
Yeah.
I do not like fibrates, by the way.
Bad for the liver.
No mortality data.
Oh yeah. So it's kind of like, why you could just do a statin.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the docs are going to push the fibrates because they make the blood panels look beautiful.
Yeah. But not really any conclusive things that's going to make you live longer.
No, exactly. I don't know what the number. They have yet to determine a number needed to treat to prevent a cardiac event on those drugs.
ACEs are good for that stuff, though, in certain people.
Yep.
Heart failure people.
Yeah.
Get them on an ACE 24 hours after an MI. They'll help you live longer.
Yep.
We'll get you guys up to speed.
We will.
Fans. Yeah.
I wonder how many people are going to listen to our podcast.
Do you want to bet? And do you want to bet an over bet? Like.
Yeah. Let's. You want to pick a number? I'm not a gambler.
All right. I want to say over 10. I'll bet you $5 it's over 10.
Actually, yeah, I'll take that bet.
Okay. So you think we'll get under 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's the thing. I don't know how we're going to settle the bet because I don't know where you get the listener data. I haven't got that far.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess we can go by YouTube views. Could that work? Okay.
We could. All right. Yeah.
We still have to do that.
Yeah. We'll post it on our 2druggist.com YouTube channel.
Yeah. Should I plug the plug the links?
Definitely. Right. You've got the better handwriting.
All right. Listen, fans, we got a Gmail account. Let me make sure I'm writing this right. It's 2Druggists.
With an S.
With an S. I screwed that up already.
Oh, the missus corrected me when I showed her I made all this stuff up. She goes, "You forgot an S."
It's like, yeah, it's true. All right, so we got a Gmail account. We encourage you to send us anything at all.
Yep.
Anything that we missed. If you want to send us hate mail, we encourage that too. Yep. We'll address it accordingly.
That's right. Have a good laugh at it.
We're on Twitter too.
Yes. Do you? I've only tweeted occasionally.
Can you see that?
I can see that. Nice.
2Druggists with an S at gmail.com.
Yeah.
And we're on Twitter at 2Druggists.
Yep.
Currently, we have one follower. I'm pretty sure it's a bot. But, get at us. Give us some guidance. We're here testing out the equipment and just seeing how the chemistry works.
That's right. So, next show will be better.
Yeah. What do you think we should do next show? The ARBs or something else?
Yeah, we should do the ARBs.
Yeah, we can do whatever.
Wait, we could do a COVID-19 special on hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah, we could do that. We could go through Donald Trump's tweets.
Oh, that could get dangerous.
Yeah.
I know of at least one person that would get very upset if they listen.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of people.
Yeah.
But,
we could get called in the office on that one.
You don't want that.
No, definitely avoiding the office.
Do you think we educated anybody tonight?
God, I hope so.
I guarantee you we've been talking for 45 minutes at least.
I guarantee it too.
So that's a good sign. If we can zero in and focus in on what we need to, cover, we can do the runtime.
That's true. And, Joe Rogan bullshits for hours. So if we bullshit for an hour, I think we're solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think we're going to wrap it up. It's 9:13 p.m.
Yeah.
We've been rambling around and reviewing the ACEs. Look for our Patreon and study aids. And if I really get ambitious, I'm going to record a cannabinoid lecture for our patrons.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, have that one already in the can.
Yep. We'll be in touch with you guys.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep.
So everybody, thanks for listening. Hit us up on Twitter at 2Druggists. Send us fan mail, hate mail, Amazon gift cards, student loan
Yeah.
forgiveness
Yeah.
to the 2Druggists at gmail.com. And we'll catch you on our next podcast. Ben, have a good night.
Good night.